You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video, we are going to take a close look at a custom AliExpress version of the Dragon Ball's Perfect Cell. So also called, like, the original is the Master Lice Extra, but you also have like custom editions nowadays with different kind of configuration, paint job, etc. But the question remains, is this thing any good? Because you already see, like, if you notice it, the box itself does have like a very dark paint job. One of the giveaways that it is not an original one, but I just wanted to check it out here on the channel, and is this thing any good for picking up? So with the invasion of these, let's say, figures, like also the Chinese are going wild with these things. I must say the overall quality when it comes to the thickness of the cardboard, it's absolutely not bad. But how is it with figure? Yeah, I already mentioned, like, just you can see like everything is way too dark, and it wouldn't even be surprising that it's going to be like a different, let's say, size of the box, but also that is something they completely do different or mess it up. So it's a quite heavy statue, and it's also a quite huge one. I think it's one of those like ones absolutely epic. I really love to get some more like figures in my collection. Personally, I prefer to get myself the original ones and later on do a side-by-side comparison. So when it comes to the paint jobs with these Chinese companies, it's all like a hit or miss. So when you're looking at the pattern of the cell figure, I must say that it is not bad at all. You do see a mold line. That is something, the mold line is more noticeable most of the time with these, let's say, custom versions. You can even feel this one over here. But when you're looking at his feet and everything, it looks kind of nice. This looks a little bit like plastic, cheap plastic version, and you can see like the mold line is very noticeable. Then we have like the wings on his back. I'm just going to call them wings. They're made of very hard plastic, you can just hear it. But let's take a close look where we're going to get more in it. It does have like a lot of bubble wrap. This time not like wrapped around it, but just like basically like having a bag over here. I'm really happy they did this for protecting the figure. It comes on a very big support block, and then of course we're having Cell itself. Let's take a close look at the torso. Let's get this thing out. Man, this thing doesn't look really bad. So when you're looking over here, you can see there is some, let's say, not like great paint job going on. This is something I do notice also with the original ones. But again, like the mold line is something that's more notable on the fake ones. And yeah, the overall paint job, it's not super bad. I do see some minor things. Most of the time the giveaway is the face, but also this looks not super bad. Okay, I think you need to be very careful with this. I think they made it for very hard plastic. It's quite interesting that they didn't remove this one, a removable one, because it's so fragile. Then over at the back, we have like this glossy stuff going on. Here having the glossy, but have like the matte black finish. But let's put it together. Let's get rid of everything over here. Let's put this back in the box, because the box is something we're going to save, even it looks horrible. Let's put Cell together. That's another thing that we need to check out. Alright, I can tell you that this thing is freaking huge if you're looking at all of the figures. Oh man, is this the way how we need to put it together? Or, okay, that fits perfectly. That goes very easily. Oh, this goes even more easily than the other wing. Let's get this feet in here. And I think that needs to be the configuration. Or do I need to use the other feet? It's always like a gamble with these things. I'm just going to be honest, like, I find it a quite impressive figure. This thing looks absolutely great when you're going to put it together. So when you're looking at the pattern of his, like, say, basically his skin, but everything, like the combination of the glossy but also the matte finish part. Like, for a Chinese version, it's not super bad. Maybe in the future we can do a side-by-side comparison with the original one, so we can see a difference, like what is best of the two. Of course the original one. But sometimes the Chinese are changing out things, make it more like authentic to the original, or just making it weirder, depending on what you're going to buy, of course. I have seen some weird stuff going on when it comes to the Chinese, let's say, getting and releasing new of these, like, or re-releasing these figures. The only thing that looks really weird is the support block. It looks completely messed up. I did mess around with it. Maybe I did mess it up with assembly, but I can tell you, nah, not a big fan of the way how this looks. But I'm just going to be honest, like, I don't know how this thing will look in my collection. If you're going to put it between all the other ones, I think Cell is quite a big dude when it comes to the figure and also the character itself. But comparing it with Cooler and all the other ones in the collection, I think the Will stands out great. I think it's a very cool iconic pose, shows how Cell itself is. But there was one particular thing that we're missing out. And of course, Cell. Yeah, a mini Cell Jr. Giving him the finger. Yeah, that's what I think of you. Yeah. I did a separate video with the Cell Jr. This is one of those like custom versions you can get, like the middle finger. Absolutely epic. I love it when you have multiple of these figures and just have one with the finger or giving him the finger. You can remove the hand, but that's quite difficult. I basically use some like these clays, just basically put them in on the back over here so I'm not losing the hand. And again, like losing it, of basically removing it is going to be like a pain in the ass. But let's set it next to Cell. So at this moment I'm only having one Cell Jr. It would be cool to have like multiple versions. The same with Vegeta and the Cyberman. And let me know in the comments what do you think of this figure. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell. And it would be great to see you in the next video.